is going to be put in front of my face this time. Let's see. Looks like he's got motorcycle glasses on or something.
Modest is hottest. Modest is hot.
What?
I haven't watched this since I was like 13.
Modest is hot.
Oh no.
Modesty is hottesty. Modesty is hot.
Modest is hottest when you're outside in a sweater in 65 degrees.
There was this one girl, I thought her rather pretty. Then she showed up in a polka dot bikini. No need to show me that. And she said, what? Does this make me look fat?
Oh my gosh.
I said no.
Does this thing make my soul look fat?
But what I like is inside of you, your outside shouldn't matter because modesty is hottest.
This song is killing me.
It's kind of catchy though.
Am I allowed to sit here and giggle?
Modesty is
I'm
hottest.
guessing this is where the phrase I've heard all over has come from.
Modesty, modest. One time my friend said, dude, let's wear these cutoffs. I said no, I don't want girls to see my armpits. He said, what? That doesn't make any sense. I said yes, it makes a lot of sense.
Because armpits
So
are evil,
he
guys,
said,
and they lead
what?
everyone to sin.
Wear them for your entire life? No, I'm saving my armpits for my wife. Modesty is hottesty. Modesty
I feel like there's a better way to deliver this message than being kind of creepy, but you know.
Modesty
Where did they
is
get those
hottesty.
sunglasses?
Modesty is
They look
hot.
good. I might try a pair
Modesty
myself.
is hottesty. Modest is hot.
What is he wearing? He looks like Willy Wonka.
I didn't think it was possible to creep me out anymore, but they just succeeded.
Oh wow, they live in the suburbs, or they just drove over to a rich neighborhood to look at the big properties, which I do sometimes when I'm bored.
Modesty is hottesty. Modesty is hot.
At least they had fun with this video.
Modesty.
There are no more words. There's just this endless feeling in my brain of
Just stop, please.
Is hot.
Stop. Okay, thank you.
Oh, it's over. Yay, good.
That hurt. That hurt so much.
This is a video by Kyle Davidson and his brother. It was uploaded in 2011 and has since received over 200,000 views. What did you think of it?
Just no. Okay, well, I must admit it was rather humorous.
I understand the message that they're trying to send, that you need to dress modestly, and that's cool, but there's got to be a better way. Really, there has to be.
It's the most beautifully awful piece of work the world has ever seen. Everyone should watch it at least once in their lives. And it should be shown at every single women's conference instead of the long talk about not settling and always covering up your knees.
I can't stand the term modest is hottest. It just grates on me. Saying like modest is hottest is like an oxymoron. Hottest is like, you know, like this is what's like most like sexually attractive, and so saying like, oh, like doing like dressing modestly will make you like most like sexually attractive. Like that's like kind of like not the point. The point of modesty is to be aware of your dignity.
What do you think about how modesty is talked about in society nowadays?
Well, actually, I had a cousin once that very into the world and not really much into her faith, but we ended up getting on the topic of modesty, and she didn't even know what it was. She thought it was something to do with honesty because they rhymed or something like that.
Sometimes I think people discuss modesty a bit too much to the point that they forget about the person and the inside. That's when I have a big problem with it. Other than that, I'm all for modesty.
I think modesty is really misunderstood. I think just like modesty is seen as being like too much, or just like an old-fashioned way of thinking, instead of like actually being something that is like beneficial like to the person and reveal someone's dignity instead.
The only thing we ever tell people is A, it's only for girls, and B, it's only mattering, the only thing modesty is covering up your knees and your collarbone, and then you're good, and then you'll never lead anyone to sin ever. But it's actually this huge virtue that governs how you talk and how you act and how you think and how you just how you interact with other people all the time. Videos like this are hilarious, but they also boil down modesty again to not wearing a bikini and covering up your sinful armpits.
Can't expose those armpits. Oh, God forbid, you know. As long as they're shaved. But don't show the enchanted forest.
Is there any advice you would give to the youth of today regarding modesty, having been brought up in a society where there's a lot of different viewpoints on the matter?
My advice would be that when people see you, they have a first impression of you. And yeah, society says don't care too much about what people think. That's true. But I remember making a video once where I was like, you don't want to be that person where someone has to first notice you and say, oh, there is a lightly clad woman. Let me not think of her that way. Let me see her personhood and everything. But at the beginning, they see you as a lightly clad woman jogging or whatever you're doing. And, like, you don't want to be that. You don't want to give that first impression to people that they have to kind of struggle with for a second and then fix in their mind. So that's my advice, is just be careful of what people's first impression may be of you.
It is almost highly encouraged by almost everyone to basically wear whatever the heck you want. I mean, and modesty doesn't even stop at girls. It goes on to guys. And that's something I do appreciate from the video a little bit. They didn't just talk about girls, they talked about men and how men should look at modesty. When it comes to clothing modesty, find a style that you like. It's okay to wear almost any kind of style as long as it's not revealing, it's not disrespectful, or just makes you look like an overall bum. Dress to impress. Look your best. Not to sound like people should dress like they did way back when, but put on like cool clothing to look just like, and you know, that kind of thing. It's a nifty topic because I'm someone who has been ridiculed for stuff that I wear to a certain extent. I mean, I've always been modest, but when it came to the style of clothing I wore, I was always ridiculed to some extent. So I'm of the opinion that you can wear whatever you basically want as long as you're not sexualizing yourself.
I think like my one advice with modesty, because like this was something that like I heard a lot growing up, but like I was really like confused by it. Just like what exactly like is modest. It's not like a black and white scale, like all of these kind of like clothes are bad and all of these kind of clothes are okay, and like you have to wear like skirts and dresses that go all the way down to the ground. You have to like keep in mind, like, you know, like when you're wearing these clothes, like what are you trying to like present to the world? Like, is this like respecting like yourself, and then also monitoring like how you act in like what you're wearing? Because I think a lot of people don't realize that modesty isn't just like about what you're wearing on the outside, but like your whole disposition and like what you do like while you're wearing those clothes. Because like you can like wear something that's like considered very modest but act immodestly, and so you just have to make sure that it goes together.
Treat other people the way you want to be treated. It's really all modesty comes down to. Don't gossip about people, because gossip is immodest, because it uncovers things that should be covered up. Try to dress in such a way that you're not boiling your whole worth down to your body or what you have or what you don't have. Just try and respect yourself and respect others and respect God through his creation.
We are temples of the Holy Spirit. We have to respect each other and respect ourselves, and modesty is a good way to do that.